All right. Hello, everybody. Hello. Hopefully you're having a good day. It's Archaludon time. And, well, obviously we're going to run it with a Pelipper. I don't want to do, I think you probably can viably run Archaludon with the kind of, balance route. But, this I believe is going to be much better. So Archaludon, not much to say, pretty simple. I think you know what it does. Everyone kind of knows what it does. It's really strong with Electro Shot. That's about as Trailblaze. Okay. Anyway, I was just gonna say that could have been Trailblaze, could have been funny. Didn't we already do Baxcalibur? No, not only is this not Baxcalibur, we have not done Baxcalibur. Alpha, glad to hear that. Hope you're liking singles. Bruh. There's a difference between using Archaludon and building around it. No, I have plenty of ideas still. Anyway. No, we did not do Archaludon. You are remembering wrong. Feel free to check it if you like. Now, we did do Rain. But Archaludon was pretty good on that. But what I was really impressed by was the performance of Archaludon when we used Clamperl. So I thought to myself, what if we tried this again? Rain webs with Archaludon, but we didn't have a Clamperl this time. So that's pretty much what we're going to do. We're just going to get rid of the Clamperl. Now, I don't think necessarily a lot of these the move. A lot of things we did on this team because we had, some BS with, the Clamperl. Like, I don't think we need Tailwind. I want to go Pursuit. Because you guys know how I feel about Shedinja. Yeah, Ashgren would be amazing, but sadly. Yeah, so this is going to be a Rain Webs team. And what I'd really like to try, I think it's like an Ogerpon Wellspring. Sounds super nasty on this team. As far as the Arachnid set, I don't exactly know. I feel like I want to run Toxic on this. Because I'm so tired of Olo. You know what I mean? Well, we've got an Ogerpon, though. Maybe we don't need Toxic. Maybe we can still keep Endure. But yeah, so thought this would be cool. Defensive Pelly, probably still good here. Ivy Cudgel. What do we want to do? We could go sub SD here. That could be kind of nasty. Probably just SD, Power Whip. And wonder what we go last here. This is very T-Spike week, which is a concern. Let's look at some other potential options. You know what does sound nasty is actually a Manaphy. Maybe we can keep the Wellspring idea around, but I think Rain Web sounds like made for Manaphy. So I kind of want to give that a try. Yeah, no, Manaphy just seems like it could be absolutely brutal here. I'm thinking like Tail Glow, Surf, Rest, gotta be, and probably, what do you go last? No, I'm not tired of Olo. I mean, like, tired of having to deal with it when using Rain. Never get tired of Olo. Olo's amazing. Yeah, running Seismitoad just doesn't make a ton of sense when Swampert's here. I think Swampert's just kind of better. We could go Waterium Z here. I think it's probably the move. But what do we run for the coverage? It almost doesn't need coverage is the funny thing. I guess it's just all about hitting Wellspring, isn't it? So then maybe for that we go, what, Energy Ball? Seems pretty good. And we don't want to go quite that bulky. I do like the idea of a fat Manaphy with this, though, but I feel like we need to outspeed Tusk, and I feel like outspeeding Landorus just makes too much sense if we're going to go there. Well, we want to outspeed Scarf Lele. Maybe we just do max it out, but I feel like I want to go HP invested on this instead of the special attack. Maybe well... See, I do want to kill this thing. Let's check Energy Ball at... Wait, no, what am I doing? Energy Ball at +3. It's not doing that much. Not even Modest with rocks is really getting a kill. Maybe we go like P-Jab on this to help us with the Wellspring problem. We have Archaludon too, so that should be fine. I think this is good. Let's see how this goes as just an initial test. I just kind of want to see if Rain Webs is viable. Because the Clamperl team did shockingly well for having a Clamperl, so... And this is also, you guys can probably tell, a bit of a special spam we got going here. Which, you know, that's fun too. We could go special Araquanid too, potentially. HF, alright, let's see. I like Basque Legion here because it spin blocks. Okay, we do face a Wellspring immediately. That's okay, though. I think we still lead Pelly. That seems fine. We just switch into Swampert here. Seems like no problem. Swampert doesn't get any debuffs, right? And they're just confidently hitting us with the Bolt Strike. Crazy. Oh my gosh, it gets a lot of defense. I did not know that, actually. Okay, there we go. How much is Horn Leech going to recover is the thing. 58% recover. I think we still... I'm going to hit it with the P-Jab, because the Archaludon switch is like... Yeah, there we go. I'm going to EQ here. Okay, Latios, fine. That's fine. Hazards aren't great, though. Removal? Maybe some kind of removal, other than, of course, the Defog Pelly we've already got. I think just flip turn here looks fine. Latios. It's probably just going to drop a Draco. I think I'm going to let the Manaphy eat that. Oh, it's just going to Luster Purge. That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. We can go for the big water in case it decides to roost, but yeah, figured we'd just die there. That's fine. Probably should have gone, I guess, Legion, but it's okay. We can get up webs here, which will be really good. What is it, spin blocking? It's a ghost type. It's spin blocking anything with spin. Good heavens. What are we doing, people? Okay, we killed the Landorus with a Liquidation after an Intimidate. That's a good moment. I'm going Archaludon every time here. You are not mortal spinning on me. No, sir. We're going to Flash Cannon here. Just going to kill. Beautiful. You'll love to see that. Someone said, isn't Arch spin? No, I'm not talking about mortal spin. Whenever someone says spin blocking, they are never talking about mortal spin. Ever. It just, yeah, no. Okay. All right, Final Gambit, sure. Didn't see that coming, but... Mr. Rat, Bascule Legion does indeed spin block. I'm talking about the team. I'm not talking about this specific game. Literally nobody means mortal spin when they talk about spin blocking. It's just not, it's not said. All right, we can just P-jab here. We're just going to die. That's fine. Go Pelly. Just throw off a U-turn. No. Okay. Going to go into Legion here and click flip turn. I don't think you ever stay in here just to get wrecked by a Shadow Ball. It wouldn't make any sense. You stayed in to get wrecked by a Shadow Ball. Cool. Okay. And we just... Well, but we can endure. That's good. I'm going to Leech Life here. If they switch, they switch. They don't switch. They stay in. We get the kill on Latios. Beautiful Araquanid moment. Why Leech Life and not Lunge? That's fair. Lunge is probably a little better, eh? We don't really need the healing too often, so we'll go with that. Let's just Liquidation. Okay, Kingambit's going to stay in and eat it, but we actually might be in serious trouble. I don't know if Archaludon can take this hit. No, it absolutely cannot. Can Pelipper take it? No, probably not. Is it? Are we actually just going to lose to Kingambit here? That's crazy. I think we're just going to lose. Maybe we need a Lele here, because I guess we are pretty priority weak, and Lele would give us a switch into the Latios and such. We have to switch around and predict, is the point that we're at. Because somehow everything dies. We should probably be Scald on Pelipper over Roost, though. Because we could theoretically live here. So we're going to switch around. Okay, we're going to switch around again. I'm going to switch around again. We're going to wait here. And then we're going to switch again. We're going to wait, and then we're going to switch again. Okay, they got us that time. Belly, and we're going to switch again. Okay, they got us there. And then we're going to lose. Yep. Dude, that's ridiculous, man. Kingambit is just such a Pokemon, isn't it? Okay. So we're going to go again here. No, it's Canria. Lunge would not have fixed it because Kingambit would have been able to Swords Dance twice if we lunged because Rain would have run out. So, no. Okay, let's add a Lele here. And we can actually do the Psychium Z thing. This looks pretty cool here. We can do the CM, Future Sight, Psyshock, Moonblast. This plus Pursuit is like the ultimate stall buster, so I'm a big fan of it. Mm-hmm. Manny, webs were up. Everything outsped and killed the Ogerpon. So, and it was at 17%, so it wasn't a big threat. HF. Okay, here we go. Another Wellspring. Cool. I think we just lead Pelipper again. The Clamperl team already had an Archaludon. Okay, I'm just going to U-turn. Okay, nothing horrible happened to us there. That's good. Based on that U-turn damage, this Mew is max HP, but not max defense. So Legion should be able to do it here, so let's just go into Legion and do that. Okay, no Cassibberry. That's good. It's so annoying back in the day when they would just sometimes pull that out and you never knew. I'm going to switch. Okay, good. That went well. I believe we do live a Sucker Punch here. Yeah, we do. I'm going to rock up because I expect to... Okay, no. They just suckered. Like, we live, so let's EQ this thing. I don't know what my opponent's doing. I don't know what they were cooking or what they were thinking, but we absolutely take those, and we're just going to P-jab here. It's going to put us in a great spot with our Legion. And, yeah, I think we do just go Legion here to finish this thing off. I think our best move will just be... I'm trying to think if it's Shadow Ball or Ice Beam here. How much is Arrow taking from a Shadow Ball? It's probably... Wait, what am I doing? It's probably Mega. So... Not killing, but we still Shadow Ball here is fine. Am I modest on this? I better be. Yeah, that's good. We're greeting on this for sure. This does survive. I think we want to go hard Lele to avoid any situations where it agilities. And here, I think we sack Pelipper. Actually, no. I just go for the big kill here. Then we go Pelly, and then we can U-turn here. Actually, an agility here could be kind of scary, so I probably should have maybe not done this. But okay, it worked out fine. Actually, does the Scarf one outspeed? No, it does not. Cool. So I think we can just Surf here for the win. Gold. Most gold will die. The ones that don't, Arch can come in and just Electro Shot twice, so I think we should be good. Also, I was sick over the weekend, so that's why my voice is a little off. Guys, please do like the stream if you're enjoying, as always, though. We're going to Surf. We're going to critical hit, so we'll never find out. GG. Okay, good game, too. We take those. That's solid. Good win, too. Pretty high elo opponent. Rain is generally pretty easy to build. Doesn't take a lot of time, especially rain webs. Like, the more archetypes you add, generally the more things you have to add. Like, if it's rain webs, you have to add Pelipper, Araquanid, Archaludon, like right off the bat. The water types are looking great. I think I just want to start off with Pelipper. Nothing too complicated about that. And then just immediately start slapping stuff with Araquanid and Basket Legion. I'm glad we have the Legion here. It's going to be good for dealing with the Dragonite. But yeah, guys, do like the stream. Get the party going, you know. Honestly, I'm not feeling much better. It's been a really rough recovery. Sometimes you have those illnesses where, like, you just, you know, you feel like I don't know, like you feel like death one day and then you wake up and you're fine the next morning. And then you have others that like arrive really slowly, like you can feel them creeping in and then they take like a week to recover from. It's one of those, unfortunately. But I appreciate the kind wishes. Will you do a Mega Aerodactyl stream? I already did do a Mega Aerodactyl stream and I got to rank 1. So that, if this thing clicks Thunder, I don't know what I'm going to do, guys. Okay. See, that's fine. That's fine. I kind of just like Tapu Lele here, actually. Let's go into this Lele and just click Calm Mind, because I got a feeling whatever comes in... Okay, Blaze. We can probably live a 50% to live a Specs hit, definitely live a Scarf hit. Let's go for Psyshock and hope we don't get hit by a high roll Specs Shadow Ball here. With crit chance factored... Okay, they're just going to go Lou. That's fine. We can just Moonblast here. Okay, it had Heavy Slam. Obviously, that's not what I wanted, but it's really not the end of the world. We can go Swampert here, and I'm inclined to just flip turn into Legion. Looks really good. Yeah, female Legion has a lot more special attack. Male Legion is a physical... Oh, come on. Your Custap? What? Dude, that sucks. Okay, well, that really blows. What were the odds we'd put it, like, right into that percentage, too? Because of Fizz Death, evidently. So, okay, we were definitely going to bring it in there. But no, it wasn't entirely Fizz Death. I don't know what set that was. That was weird. But obviously that sucks, but it is what it is. Custap Tinglu, getting up rocks is kind of tough for us, but we can probably manage fine. I don't think we're in huge trouble. Blacephalon with Scarf does outspeed here, though, and our opponent very much aware of that, going to take advantage immediately. I think our play here is Araquanid. I think, yeah, that's definitely Scarf confirmed. We're going to Endure here, and we're going to get up webs, because if they stay in, we can just kill this with... Okay, I'm surprised... Okay, no, they did... why did I forget about Hatterene existing, guys? How did I forget about that? I don't know. I guess I'm just adjusting. Well, that's not good, obviously. I think we just lose... I think we just lose. Yeah, we needed to... I don't know, I guess we needed to pressure with webs sooner. Yeah, I gotta say, though, the heavy slam Custap was some BS. Like, that was just one of those ladder moments for you. But I don't think there's anything we can really do here. I mean, we've gotta... I think our only chance is, like, defogging with Pelipper somehow. So we've got to keep this thing alive. But I don't think there's any world in which this goes well for us. I'm just going to Dragon Pulse here, but yeah. Yeah, we gotta do something. Okay, yeah, that didn't do a whole lot. I'm going to go Hard Legion, hoping this is like banded. We're at the point in the game where we can't really... We've got to make like crazy plays, and even then we're probably... It's over. I'm going to go Pelly and hope they go for Stone Edge for no reason, and we can defog. They should just CC here and kill us, but we got to hope for throws. That's what we're playing for, are the throws. Yeah. I'm going to start a new one. I don't know why this guy's taking so long to make a super easy play. Like, you just click CC, a max def Pelly dies. It's not rocket science. But no, I think at the point where the Blacephalon was getting in the rock strap, things were already looking pretty bad. Yeah, all right. We'll say GG. That was obviously super irritating, though. Like, yeah, the... bringing it perfectly into Custap range, and the killing the Lele. Yeah, that was... Like, that entire situation could not have gone any worse. But we're going to reset, and, you know, new game. Okay. Archaludon looks really solid here. Feels like you have a water weakness after Pelipper goes down. What are you... I think that's got to be rage bait. There's no way you think I have a water weakness. We have so many water resists on this team. Okay. Yeah, that was an annoying one. Okay, I think Lele is probably one of the things we want to take advantage of most here. I'm going to lead Pelly and just go hard Lele because I'm expecting like T-spikes or something here. Yeah. Okay, and we can Calm Mind here. And so most Goldengo, well, some Goldengo will die to this. Let's go for it. Okay, turned out to be max HP, and I think some Spadaf, or was that just a low roll? No, just a min roll. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so be it, but now we know what spread it is. So I'm just going to go in an Electro Shot here. Actually, if we can kill this with we can kill this with a Dragon Pulse, so I think I'm just going to do that. That covers the Latios and the... Yeah, exactly, and the Landorus. That is very bulky. That is very, very bulky, that Landorus. Good to know. We can go Araquanid here. This is not good. I think this team seems too hazard weak, maybe. Yeah, I made a removal note for a good reason. This team is not liking hazards of any kind. We can try liquidationing here. Well, no, we're not banded Arachnid. We're doing pebbles to Toxapex here. I guess we can try. It's really our only hope anyway, huh? Oh, but no, not then, because now we're not going to get anything out of this, but it's okay. Let's just Dragon Pulse. Okay, yeah, they're just going to Scald. Let's go Pelipper here. Back into Arch. At least we're not getting Scald burned. That's pretty lucky. We can Electro Shot here. We gotta go this angle, unfortunately. Yeah, we're just going to die there to EQ. I didn't see that coming. It was like a max HP, max attack Landorus? What the heck is that, dude? Yeah, that was a... Wait, no, never mind. That's 0 attack. I just overestimated our bulk. Yeah. Yeah, this team is so weak to any... Like, we see a hazard and it's just over. We can't play like that. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I guess Manaphy, that's kind of what Manaphy was theoretically for, but we can't replace Perk because that's the ground type. Legion's the spin blocker. We might need to just let something go, though. Yeah, but see, if the web's not working, then we just make a standard rain team, which is kind of boring. And I'm trying to do something interesting. As per usual, I like to try to make interesting teams, not just do the same 6 with Archaludon that's everyone's using on the Natdex ladder. You know, if you use what everyone's using, you're never going to make anything great. You'll just make things that are good. But the webs have sucked. That's true. The webs have consistently been absolutely garbage. But I think it might be because we don't have a rapid spinner. Alright, it's Quackaball time. This doesn't really help much with Pex, but it helps with other hazards, which have been a huge issue for this team. I think this is fine. Let's just try this. Wait, Moxie. Come on. Do I think this will work? No. But we try things. That's what this is all about. That's what this is all about. Okay, I'm going to lead Arachnid, and I'm going to click Liquidation. Yep. Let's Liquidation again. I'm insisting on webs because I want to try something interesting. I don't want to build a team like every other team everyone has always seen before. Okay, this went okay. 4 hits. I think we do live another scale shot now, so I'm going to lunge again. Unless we get a high roll on a 5 hit, we should be good. So I'm going to just lunge again. We get critical hit. Cool. Cool. No problem. Didn't even want webs. It's fine. All right, let's go into Pelly. We can defog here, and we can just U-turn here. We don't die to a scale shot, so we're not worried about this. Wouldn't another Swift Swimmer accomplish the same goal as webs on a rain team? Not for the Archaludon, which is the Pokemon we are building around in this building and battling session. So no. But, okay. For the many interested in a standard rain team. There we go. Swampert, Pharaoh, Zapdos, Arch, Lele, Greninja. There's your rain team. You've got it. Building and battling done. Beautiful. Try offensive Iraq. It is an offensive Iraq. You mean like banded? We could go banded. Oh, wait, what? Oh, we're adamant, right. Forgot I was greedy. Okay, that's fine. We can probably Aqua Step here. It's Psychic. Cool. Yeah, they all run Psychic. Oops. GG. Every day you see a Psychic. Volcarona. What is that? What usage is that? How much these run Psychic? Psychic, 10%. Cool. Okay. Okay. Archaludon has done nothing. Yeah, I can't tell which messages in chat are trying to rage bait me. It's pretty exhausting. It seems like it is just absolutely confounding to some that webs could be used with Swift Swimmers. You guys ever see a Zamazenta on a webs team? Did you just like, if I show you a sample team with a Zamazenta on a webs team, is your brain just going to like explode? Or will you be able to conceive that in some cases, speed outside of webs can be useful on a webs team? Anyway, yeah. Let's see. Let's figure out a way to make this work. The subject of the build is Archaludon. Okay. I built a team a while ago with Archaludon. Pretty early on in trying this meta. And it worked pretty well. I want to give it a go and we can maybe try refining that. Here we go. It was a Rillaboom semi-rain team with these fellas. Let's run this a couple times and see if it still holds up in the current meta. All right, so let's give this a go. Yeah, this... All right, this is not really what you want to see, is it? Let's lead with Diancie. I think that still looks good here. Does Archaludon work outside of rain teams? Yes, I think it can, but it's not very good. If you want to make if you really want a team that uses Archaludon well, I think it should be rain. We're going to stay in... Okay, we're going to die, actually. That's not the end of the world. That could be worse. I want to go Pelipper here because we can actually outspeed and weather ball things, and they probably don't think we can. So we're going to... Yeah, we outspeed that Lando that probably thought it could get up rocks. That's a nice Scarf Pelly moment. And Archaludon is looking very threatening now. Okay, we can go Archaludon here because it can eat a Luster Purge. It won't eat a Draco so well. It will die to a Draco, but that will allow Volcarona to come in and do its thing. So that's good. Okay, they're just going to let it take a pulse. That's good. We take that. All right. This puts us in a pretty decent position where we can go Rilla. Rilla cannot take a Draco here, so I am just going to glide. If they bring in okay, they bring in Glamora. And come on, not the Volcarona, dude. Oh, that's not good. That is because we need to play sub games with this to deal with Gambit. So that is not what we wanted getting dragged out there. That is worst case scenario. I mean, there were only 3 to drag out, but that's really bad. That's the absolute last one we wanted to get dragged out. Okay, well, that sucks. Let's CC here. Maybe we can catch the Gambit coming in. Yeah, that's not good. Wow, that's not good. Okay, we do not catch the Gambit, and the super fat Glamora is just going to tank that. No problem. Let's glide, I guess. I think we've lost. No, let's just forfeit this. GG. There's no point. Okay, that didn't go so well. That did not go so well. All right, we're 1-5. This is not good. Okay, let's think about this again. Okay, I will say that matchup felt crazy unfortunate, and there was the bad luck involved as well. Like, we're going to immediately face a Wellspring fat Glamora team when using this. Like, that's pretty bad. I want to run that again, and we'll see. Why is Pelly better than Politoed? Because Pelipper has U-turn, whereas Politoed does not have U-turn or flip turn. That's the big difference. Okay, here I'd actually... Well, no, we've seen the Landorus' Sash. So let's just lead with Diancie then. And an offensive Earthquake will not kill us here, so I'm just going to Moonblast. We're going to stay in regular form. Then we're going to Mega Evolve and hit it with the big Moonblast. It's a classic Diancie trick. Ground immunity is important as well. Okay, in comes a Terapagos. We can hit this thing with the Endeavor, which is going to be pretty brutal for it to deal with. And I think we can actually preserve this Diancie to do it again. We can go Rillaboom here, and I will U-turn here. Okay, it stayed in. Fair enough. We can go Pelly, and we can U-turn here. So we can go Scuda, and this allows us to just flip and bring in... Actually, maybe I should have just Liquidationed. But I think Diancie here is not too bad. They probably bring in Zama. I think we just sack. Okay, they bring in Scizor. That's good, because then we can go Archaludon. Mr. S, is it too late to wish me a good stream? I fear it may be, but I appreciate the donation and the support nonetheless. That's not good. We'll probably get CC'd now. We did not get CC'd. That's good. That's very good. We're looking like we're losing to a Dragonite, though. That's probably how this is going to go down, but not necessarily. Okay. We can go Pelipper here. We don't have any need to... Yeah, that's fine. And... let's just flip turn. Zama comes in. Interesting. That's interesting. We can go Archaludon and just sack that here. Leftovers is not a good sign. That probably, yeah, I was going to say, it probably means it's Body Press, which is not what we want to see. Body Press will do it here. Well, 50% chance. I'm just going to Liquidation. And we do end up dying. If that figures, we can QD here. Okay. And Flamethrower, but we should just lose to Dragonite. I'm going to try to burn it here. We do burn it, but it's not going to be enough. Although, we can maybe go Diancie on the Scale Shot. And if Fire punches its other stab, we can potentially... Oh no, it has Earthquake. And it's not letting me say GG, so I'm going to say GG. Okay, we're 1-6. Archaludon, it's been an absolute disaster so far. So this team got me to like rank like 6 or something, but It's not holding up so well, evidently. So let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the only way to make Archaludon good is just slapping it on a super standard rain team with all the typical Pokemon and just it being a mid rain team. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Yeah, I don't know. Rain screens does not sound good at all. I think that's a disaster. I mean, Arch hasn't really had a chance to work on the team because the teams just keep getting smoked by terrible matchup after terrible matchup, which I'm not saying that like it's bad luck. I'm just thinking the teams are bad. Yeah. I mean, Archaludon, it needs Pelipper. That we know for sure. I think there are too many Wellsprings around maybe to go the choice angle. Let's try the special spam rain angle. Okay. It's got to be fast though, so let's go with this. This is a pretty solid set. No, we'll go minus that. Thank you something or other for the $20 donation. Appreciate it. Have you considered pairing the bridge with Revavroom? No. Because Revavroom's very, very bad. A funny comment from Down02 criticizing the standard rain, which ironically is exactly what I've been saying. It's funny. Down02 is on my side for once. Banned Urshiw is kind of just asking to get destroyed by Wellspring is my concern. So we'll go with that. What else? Pelipper. Am I just building the standard rain team? I guess they normally use that. I did like Lele. Maybe we add that in later. Potentially a Scarf one. We can add in a Greninja. I think I like that. We can go with a loaded dice one. With Ice Beam, Water Shuriken, Dark Pulse, and Surf. Seems good. And we want it to be fast. We do need that outspeed. Unfortunately, if you go modest, you don't outspeed Wellspring, which is obviously, a total catastrophe. You can't do that. But yeah, special spam rain. Let's get a Basculegion on there. And probably for the sake of Gambit, we kind of need a Lele here. This loses to Raging Bolt on preview though. So maybe we don't do this. Maybe this is where we put in the Swampert. Okay, and we have actually instead of Uchin, we should probably tech Defog on this guy. My concern is I don't see this beating Stall. Jugulis Rain. Actually, there is an interesting idea with that, which is... Let's do that. Yeah, let's do this. Because you can run Thunder Coco, and it boosts Archaludon Electro Shot. We're kind of cooking now. This is kind of fire. Now, Iron Jugulis does not take Kingambit Sucker Punches at all. It gets freaking fried. So it doesn't actually really work, but so we'll need something else for Gambit, but it is a cool idea. How much is Jugulis taking from Kingambit Sucker Punch? I'm pretty sure it gets smoked. Black Glot, there we go. Say like 4 allies fainted. Okay, we're actually living, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. So that does help. Yeah, Coco resists too, although I don't think it has quite the bulk of Jugulis. Yeah, not quite. Yeah, I always put Pursuit. I always put Pursuit Pelipper on. I never want to repeat the tragedy that happened that one time. Yeah, but Specs Hurricane, Dark Pulse, U-Turn EP. Maybe we go Hydro Pump is the one thing. Probably we do. It doesn't get Surf, right? We have to run Hydro Pump, sadly. And then Earth Power. This feels potentially pretty strong. Maybe Electrium Z. I think we can wait on the Coco set. We do still want a ground type, so that's probably going to be Mega Pert. And I think we'll want removal here. Yeah, I think we're going to need removal here. So what will that be? I guess it could be Defog. That'd be fine. Maybe Tornadus Theory and Nasty Plot Flyinium Z could be interesting here. No, I put Pelipper on because I hate inconsistent teams. And I do hate Shedinja. I will gladly make a slightly worse team if it ensures that every Shedinja matchup fisher has a bad day when they see my name. I don't think Rapid Spin Quack. Treads does make some sense here. For obvious reasons, you know. But I don't know. I don't know if that's totally the move. I think we need a Fairy Resist. Treads does that too. Doesn't it? Yeah. Treads does check some boxes here. Any other steel types that could do the job? Not really, because we need removal, right? Yeah. Well, yeah, it's just you face a Shedinja stall team with the wrong matchup and you immediately lose, whereas if the Shedinja player faces a single T-Tar, they auto-lose. So they're just deciding to not play the game and instead matchup fish, which I think is super scummy, and I hate it. Like, obviously, you have a right to play whatever you want on ladder. So if you want to use Shedinja stall, you have a right to do that. But I personally hate it as an archetype, and I want to punish it every time I see it. I think it's really annoying. Okay. Yeah, we're not going to run regular Swampert. That's not the play. But yeah, I do want an answer for Lele. Because Scarf looks pretty brutal to face. Maybe we do go with the treads here. Let's do that. Go like Thunder, Rapid Spin, EP, Stealth Rock. Seem good. We can go with Eject Button. This is a fun set I've run in OU. It's pretty solid. And on this, we can go SR, Flip Turn, EQ, Poison Jab. I think just the standard is fine here. We'll go Jolly on this. And our Archaludon will go... Well, we'll just rip it from the other team. I'm still so worried about Kingambit here. I feel like we're going to lose to that every game. I guess we'll see. I mean, it's not a matchup fish to put Pursuit on your Pelipper. You don't see a Shedinja team, you're fine. Like, with an HO rain team like this, you're not going to be clicking Roost a ton, especially with removal. So it's not really a matchup fish, it's matchup checking. What was I going to do? I was going to grab the Archaludon set. Okay. And kind of want to go Extender. Let's do it. Thunder, Hidden Power, Ice, U-Turn. Let's Taunt, actually. Block hazards could be huge. Actually, we don't have a Z move, so Electrium Z makes too much sense here, especially with the Thunder. Pelipper, we'll go Fizdef. U-Turn, Scald, Defog. Well, do we want Roost? No, we'll go Defog. We're gonna go without Roost. We'll see. Might end up going Roost over Fog. And yeah, we'll go Fizdef. I'm actually gonna go level 99 on this, so we can slow turn on Alo. That feels worth it. And I don't know why it invested me fully in attack. That's pretty unhinged. We're gonna go -0. So yeah, that'll give us the Alo under speed. Okay, let's do it. Okay. Something or other. Thank you for another $20 donation. Very generous. Have you considered pairing the bridge with Kartana? No, Kartana doesn't fit that well on Rain. It's, you know, it still dies to every fire move, so it's... You could maybe use it, but it's not that good. Alright, guys. It's time. It's time to make the comeback. Let's lead Pelly. Well... They have no spin blocker. Let's lead with Pert, because I think rocks against this team look very good. Like the stream, guys. It's time to come back. Time to make a comeback. We're 1-6 right now. One of the worst records ever, but we can come back from this. Got the Primal Dialga theme going. This is what it's all about. Opinion on Mega Malamar. Are we getting one? I didn't know. But I really like Malamar, so that's cool. Okay. Yeah, Mega Rocks seems fine. I'm just going to Poison Jab this thing, because this will do a good chunk. Did good damage, and it's interesting. Let's go for the kill. Okay, they're going to switch Zapdos, that's fine. Can't complain about that. Let me go Coco. I don't want to use my eject on treads just yet. Actually, yeah, okay. Oh, that worked out. I'm just going to U-turn here. I don't think... Oh my god, you what? All right, you stayed in. You tried to Toxic, though. We can just Rapid Spin here, and we're going to get Scalded and ejected out. This works pretty well. Let's go Swampert here. And I'm inclined to Flip Turn. Yeah, I was going to say, you never do anything crazy there. All right, that obviously wasn't great, but it happens. We can go, I believe, based on that damage, that Flip Turn, that indicates, yep, defensive. So we can go Jugulis here. I'm going to switch in Pelly, because, yeah, oh, wow, Pex is insane there. I didn't see that coming. Okay, all right, fine. Let's go Archaludon, and I'm just going to Body Press here. Yeah, I was going to say, you go Tinglu every time. I'm okay with trading Archaludon for health on this, because then I can just go crazy with Jugulis. Yep, that's good. That Body Press damage indicates that this Zamazenta is fully offensive, not a scrap of bulk on it. We're going to sack Swampert. I don't think it's super important at this. And we don't have the thing up. Whoops. We're going to now swap into... Oh, that's not good. Well, it's Life Orb. So, oh, we don't die. We don't die. Beautiful. I still would not have wanted to do that because now we're in real trouble against Scizor, but turned out okay. Here, I do want to just Scald. I think getting this Scizor damaged and potentially burned could be huge for the game plan here. All right. This is really scary. This is going to be a really scary end game. I want to go Archaludon, but I think we have to. We get burned immediately. Obviously, that's not good. Let's Electro Shot. Yeah, like, you know how much Hydro Pump out of rain, though, is doing to a Tinglu? Like, oh, actually, that not bad damage. But no, we wouldn't have hit. So it was not worth it. Okay, we can Dragon Pulse here. They went, bro, okay, fine. I'll Flash Cannon. Like, oh my gosh, it's Protect. Why are you running Protect? I guess Wish. I guess it's Wish Tech. You don't see that every day. Well, that wasn't good. That wasn't good at all. Well, we can go into this and Thunder. The win plan is definitely Coco at this point. It's definitely the way we win this game, which is looking very doable, is the good news. It's looking very doable. We're going to do the big one here. If they predict it, they predict it. But, okay, this should kill a Scizor, right? Good. Okay. Now, all of a sudden, things are looking very, very doable. I'm going to go Treads because I'm sensing... Yeah, I was going to say I'm sensing more hazards. Let's Rapid Spin these. We do not want these up on the field. Jugulis cannot guarantee kill here. But it surely doesn't have... Okay, let's go Pelly, and we can U-turn here. Seems like a safe bet, because we can get the slow turn. Okay, they're just going to go into Pex. That's fine, we can go Coco here, and we can just Thunder. It's not going to kill the Pex, but it'll do enough. And that's all we need. I'm going to click it again. Okay, that's fine. We can U-turn here into Jugulis. Okay, and now we just Hurricane. Should be. Should be we just click Hurricane. This kills. You don't live this. Yeah. Please don't double tech into Hurricane Miss. That's all I want. Okay, they didn't try to double tech. GG. All right, there we go. 2-6. Comeback is happening, guys. Gotta like the stream for that. Come on. All right, HF. How do we deal with this? This is not looking awesome. I'm a little worried about this one. I think we lead Pelipper. I think it's like an SD Garchomp though, isn't it? That's scary. Any other Quark Drive Pokemon I'm not thinking of that like love rain? I don't think so, but yeah, no, it's just Jugulis, but that's fine. Okay, I'm gonna U-turn here. I better not get Thunder Punched. That's not a set. They don't run that. Okay, let's check that damage. That Surging Strikes is banded damage. Good to know. That means we can go into the big Jugulis, or we can go into Archaludon. I think I like Archaludon here, and I like clicking Dragon Pulse. Mr. Rat, you're looking like ever more like a troll. I don't know what you're talking about, and I don't know who Tidewater is, but please stop. Okay, that did a lot of damage. This thing is Specs, isn't it? I'm gonna oh my gosh, it's Specs. I should have known it was Scorching Sands if it's Specs. Yeah, that's not good. All right, Archaludon pretty much down now, so that's not good. But, you know, it is what it is. Surging Strikes here does kill, so we're just going to let it die. We can go into Jugulis here, and I do think we just Hurricane. That seems fine here. Maybe what I should have done originally, honestly. Archaludon there trying to catch like a Bolt or a Chomp, perhaps a little bit greedy. Although in all fairness, how was I to remember that it was a Specs Moltres, right? That's not a thing. It matches all Alomomola speed tiers. That's the very relevant Pokemon. Okay, we're going to go Swampert here. Yeah, we're going to go Swampert here. Okay, that's banded. Yep, that's banded. Okay, we caught Scizor with that. Let's just flip turn here. We don't die to a Bullet Punch. And I can go Coco here. I'm going to just Gigavolt Havoc. If they switch, they switch. And they switch. Okay, well, that's bad. All right, that's really bad. Let's just say, oh, it's Scarf. Okay, so it's just like a whole bunch of choice Pokemon that I'm not ready for. Cool. All right, let's U-turn here. Yeah, we're getting cooked. This guy, now I know it's a bunch of Pokemon that are not normally choiced that are choiced. It's like, oh, funny, but okay, I guess now we know. Now we know and we won't lose again. Yeah, it's not looking good. I wonder if the Bolt is Specs too. Probably not. That'd be a little much. My Mr. Rat, I mean, what point are you trying to make? If you like Shedinja Stall, that's okay. You have every right to like Shedinja Stall, but you gotta stop flooding chat or I will ban you. Half of messages are just you yapping. Well, that's not true. Like a fifth. Still way too much. All right, we get the Gambit in. I have to click Hurricane. Well, no, I'm going to switch. Okay, good. We caught that. I'm going to rock up here. Thunder doesn't kill, which is so sad, but we're going to do a lot. Not that doing a lot matters when we don't kill, but, you know, it's kind of fun, I guess. Okay, here we can... How much Says the dude with a Specs Moltres. That's some BS. No offense to this guy. Like, I'm not saying his team's invalid. It never feels good to lose by, like, just what the heck is that set versus, you know. But it's fine. Okay, so what do we do here? How much is Scizor doing to a Jugulis? Adamant max. Okay, we live that. That's good info. That's really good to know. So I think then the play is to Earthquake here. Actually, well, how much can Jugulis do to a Raging Bolt? Chance to kill. We take those. Okay, interesting. Didn't see that one coming, but that's fine. In my Discord, I never help people with teams. I have way just too many modes of communication to keep up with Discord, and we're going to go for the read here and hope for the kill. Basically is where we're at. But no, if you want like a team fixed, okay, unfortunately we didn't get it, that's GG. If you want a team fixed, Discord is not the place to contact me. It is just directly. Email me, send me a direct message on Discord, not like on my server. But yeah, those are the way to do it. Okay, we faced this super cheese team last time. Let's, yeah, that last game I definitely could have played, and we could have handled that better, but you know, things went the way they went, and that is what it is. All right. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. I think I like just getting up hazards. Well, we might not be able to do that, though. Let's lead Pelipper and just try to Scald Burn the Grimmsnarl, and then we can U-turn out into Coco and taunt whatever BS wants to set up. No, I've not really considered streaming OMs. I like to really kind of get deep into the tiers I play and understand them and build in them. If you play a bunch of OMs with as little time as I have to play these days, you just end up not knowing anything. OU is a tier that demands a lot of attention, as honestly as is Natdex. Okay, so we're just going to Scald here. I just like to get this on a timer. Ludicolo, never. It's not good. I checked its calcs against Wellspring, and I was thoroughly unimpressed. Okay, there's Skull. Oh, we get a burn right off the bat. Heck yeah. Let's go for another one, and then we can U-turn out. Paste is always dropped after. That's how these work. Okay, Hard Feeny, interesting, but fine. Probably Swampert with Poison Jab can do. Okay, alright. That's really weird. I don't know. I don't really know what to make of this. Okay, but I'm going to go Coco and Thunder, because that still does a lot. Okay, we immediately paralyze. Obviously, that's good. I'm just going to taunt here. Oh, it natural cured itself out, but that's fine. We taunted a Clodsire, always a good thing. I'm thinking this has got to be unaware on this team, so I'm feeling pretty safe going into the Swampert here. Okay, we can go Coco here and taunt. I'm pretty sure this Altaria, we faced it last time. It's like absolute max SPDF. Actually, we can just go Archaludon. Yeah, this is a max SPDF Altaria, if I recall correctly. So actually, hold up though. Can we two-shot that? Okay, yeah, it'll do a lot, but we'll two-shot it. That return did a great. I guess they must have changed the set because it did not do that much before. Fortunately, we still do live, so that's good. One in the channel bio. Okay, I will switch that on the channel bio. Thank you for letting me know. There should be one in the description that works. All right, so yeah, this Feeny in front of us. We have no reason to play games here. We can just go into Pelly. I'm just going to U-turn here. If I recall correctly, this Feeny has like one screen. Oh, it has both. Never mind, it has both. Well, that's fine. We can just go Coco. Okay, they're going to defog, get rid of the rocks. Fair enough, I suppose. That's fair enough. I'm going to go Swampert and Poison Jab. Actually, yeah, that does do more than... Let's just P-Jab this as they set up a Reflect. And now we can rock up again. Okay. And what can you do but Parting Shot? So I'm Flip Turning. And all they did was Parting Shot, sure enough. Very easy Tapu Koko here. And I'm going to Taunt because I think it's very likely that Clodsire comes in. But... okay, good read. I'm just going to U-turn here. This is fine for me. Okay, in comes the Claude. I think just Flip Turning is nice here. I refuse to believe it's Water Absorb on a team with this many Water Resists. Yep, that's what I thought. Okay, okay, we're cursing. All right. How much is Earth Power doing to this? Well, let's go for some drops. We can go fishing. Okay, no, cool. They're just going to drop to that. Yeah, let's finish it off. We can just win this game with Coco. I'm going to Earth Power once for damage, but we can just win this game with Coco. Yeah, Jugulis has been performing decently well in the offensive matchups. That's definitely true. I'm just still worried about the Kingambit matchup with this team. It seems so fragile. Yeah, it just seems so fragile. We might need like a Lele or something. I just don't know what we drop. Oh, it's Description also doesn't work? Okay. And Description. And Stream Description. And check Video Description. All right, it's on my calendar. It'll get done. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, and we're just going to go Coco, excuse me, Pelipper here, and just U-turn, as we always do. Not sure what that taunt was, but I can just go Flip Turn. We can just do this. Juicepar, thank you very much for the $10 donation. I appreciate it. This is a very simple situation here. This is a BS Corviknight, so all we want to do is taunt. That is fine for me. If you want to go Corviknight here and get your weakness policy, you will get blown up. Yeah, like... oh, it was Misty Seed. That's even worse. Okay, sure, I'll taunt you. This is a pretty tragic game for our guy here. Yeah, hidden power, I guess. I'm just taunting. Actually, if the Vault comes in and takes... it took hazards. We're just gonna Z. GG. Okay, quick win, 3-7. Okay, this looks like a really solid game for Jugulis. Let's just lead Pelipper. Looks really good for Swampert, too. I'm going Treads every time on this. Okay, Devastating Drake. I mean, hey, at least it's used. That works fine for me. Yeah, let's get rocks up. Okay, Draco. All right, fair enough. I'm gonna flip turn here. I don't think you click it again. Yep, we catch the Lando coming in. That's good. I think I just like Jugulis and Dark Pulse here. Looks solid. We can get huge damage off on the Raging Bolt, which is of course nice. Does Raging Bolt one shot with Thunderclap? 18%, so probably not. That's really good. We also might want to EV this Jugulis for a little bit of bulk for that calc, because I don't think this, like, this 346 speed tier is pretty odd. I don't think it's that important. Let's find this. Let's do some speed calcing here. Because yeah, it's 108 is Jugulis. We probably do want to outspeed Treads. I think that's the speed tier we hit. And Treads is... Alright, well, we'll look at it later. Okay, we killed a Lando. That's beautiful. I'm going to go Coco this time. And then I'm going to U-turn into Treads. Aloe, I probably won't stream anything other than Pokemon ever. I just don't even know how I'd begin to stream Smash Bros. But I do play Smash. You're right. It's not all in your head. This Treads is going to like this Thunder as well. Pink across looks like he means Fox in Melee, lol. No, I mean, well, I don't play Ice Climbers much anymore. They were my main for a while. I guess I hardly have a main in Smash Ultimate anymore. I just kind of play who I feel like on that day. Someone says you still, that's true. Well, I'll be like 1 point above. So that'll give me enough for like 8 SPDF. Is that enough to not die to Rage? Probably not, right? Okay, we U-turn. Let's go Treads. Good, we didn't get Draco. I'm going to EP here. If they bring in Moltres, we're clicking the Big Thunder. Okay, cool. I'm totally happy to take that trade. Bolt was a real nuisance for my team. I want to check if Coco... Actually, giving it Cork Drive is rough. But we don't die, which is nice. But I don't know about that. Archaludon, can we kill this thing with an Electro Shot? We can. That's probably the play. Well, we could also just go Swampert and flip turn into what, though? I think this is the move. I think this puts us in a spot where their Moltres has to come in. And then that gives us a really easy Pelipper. Okay, we should get the kill here. Good. All right. Glad that went well. We did get the guaranteed there because of the electric terrain boost, which is a fun moment. Okay. Very confused by this. I'm going to flash cannon. I'm totally okay eating that for the win there. Or not for the win, but yeah. So now the plan is to not let Coco back in because we don't want to give the Boulder Cork. The plan now is just to win with Rain and Swampert and such. So we're going to get CC'd here. I'm inclined to go Pelly. Actually, do we outspeed? I took it as for granted that we did outspeed, but we actually absolutely do not. So I should not have switched in Pelipper there. That was a terrible play. If this thing SDs here, I think we actually lose. So we're going to Scald there. We're going to Scald again. Yeah, I guess Boulder is a big threat to this team. I don't really see that as an issue since Boulder's super fake. Like, that's not a real Pokemon even. But it is a big threat to our team. Let's just U-turn here. That'll get the kill. Earthquake, as I said, does not kill ever. They need to critical hit or like Zen Headbutt flinch to get through us here. Okay, we survive. High roll, but roll did not matter there. We can go Jugulis. Yeah, I do not enjoy playing Jigglypuff. It is too cheesy for me. Yeah, Pichu, it's sad. I used to main Pichu. It's tragic what they did to him. I'm still just so worried about the Kingambit matchup with this team. I feel like that's going to be what gets us, but we're getting wins now. 4-7, we're making the comeback. Okay, it's this cheese again. This always irritates me, man. We can lead Coco. That's like the bane of Smeargle's existence. We're going to taunt that thing, too. Better believe we're going to taunt that thing. It seems like Jugulis kind of smokes this entire team, though. So I feel like our matchup here is pretty good. I feel like it's pretty good. We could maybe get rid of Swampert. Or maybe no Mega. I feel like Megapert has... Wait, we have double rocks on this team. I didn't even realize that. Oh, I am brain fried today. Sorry, guys. It's been a rough week, to be honest with you. But I appreciate all of you tuning in, listening. It's a good time. So thank you for being here. I know my energy is not fantastic, but you know, we'll get back up there. Okay. All right, that's pretty good. Based on that U-turn damage, this Superior has no bulk. Could I go Jugulis and Dark Pulse kill here? No, because I think it's leftover. Thing is, I'm gonna go Jugulis and then I'm gonna miss the Hurricane, and that's what's worrying me. We could go Pelipper here and U-turn. I think that's the play. It's gonna take a lot, but I think Pelipper is the move here. Okay, we get, come on, Pelipper. Okay, Pelipper, yes, sir. That's exactly what I like to see. To Dark Pulse or Hurricane? I think Hurricane. I think I like Hurricane here. Okay, Serp down. That's good because that Pokemon's super cheesy. I'm going to go Coco here because I think this thing desperately wants to glare me, and you better believe I'm taunting again. That's right. It had Stone Axe. Okay. I can go Treads here, and I can... Do I want to... I think I want to rock more, so I'm going to rock up here. That's pretty bad. All right, but we can at least go Swampert, and we can flip turn. Or do we want to EQ? Let's flip turn. I think that's good. Oh, beautiful. So glad we flip turned. We are now in a position that is just... This is just a beautiful position. Our opponent absolutely hates this. I guarantee it. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Isn't that okay? Well, this now we're not in such a good spot. We're now pretty scared. Yeah, we're now pretty scared. Okay, I forgot about that whole situation. Let's flip turn, I guess. Yeah, this is why... Okay, Focus Sash Volcarona. That might be manageable. Oh, it's U-turn here. Oh, it's Giga... Oh, whoa, that's not good. Okay. All right. Let's think about this. So Bug Buzz will guaranteed kill us. So that's not good. Coco doesn't do anything. So that's not good. Treads can't do anything. That's not good. Yeah, this is probably why we want Aqua Jet, isn't it? Are we hoping it's not Bug Buzz? Maybe that's what we're doing. Archaludon is, yeah, it's just not doing enough. Giga Drain, yeah, we're getting outsped. How much can Archaludon take from a flamethrower? I think 2 electro shots with Archaludon is actually the way here. Oh, right. Okay, it's hidden power. Yeah, right. Of course, it would be hidden power ground. Okay, but that should mean our Jugulis can kill it here. Unless this is Bug Buzz, Giga Drain, Hidden Power Ground. There is no way we lose to Bug Buzz, Giga Drain, Hidden Power Ground. I refuse to believe we live in a world where that's the set that takes me out. Okay, there we go. Good stuff. I feel like this is adamant. We're going to go Coco here for sure. Let's calc that triple. Ow, that's going to be so hard to calc with the 1 crit, though. One hit should do... Okay, I think that confirms it to be Jolly, actually, so... We have to go Pert here. We can set up rocks before we go down. But we want Overrain. We're going to have to actually just hit moves. No, sir. You are not that. What are we doing? And now we're going to run out of... We've been cheesed. We've been cheesed, people. Yeah. We've been cheesed. If we hit, we can still win this. But we got to hit some attacks. Okay, we're not hitting. We're not hitting, guys. We're not hitting. Okay. Hope for like, yeah, that sucked. All right. GG. Yeah, we got cheesed. We got cheesed, but that did teach us a lesson. I'm thinking that the Mega Pert has not really been impressing me, and I don't think we need it. So let's switch it out. What has Aqua Jet? This doesn't get Aqua Jet, right? Yeah. Yeah, we got cheese there, basically. Yeah, that was really unfortunate. We could go Scuda and maybe just ditch the Mega idea. I think that's the play. I'm concerned about the Wellspring matchup, but Barrascuda will help us against a lot of other cheese we've been seeing. Legion might help us with the D-Knight situation, which worries me too, but we're just going to give this a go to start with. Sometimes Mega-less teams are the way to go. Keldeo is the call. Whoa, no, it's not. Adaptability Korodon with Aqua Jet died the day they added Raging Bolt and Wellspring in the same generation. Thanks, Down02. I can always count on you to lift my spirits. You can run P-Jab on Barra. I mean, I guess that's true. I think these moves are better, though. But one-shotting Wellspring is pretty darn important. We'll go P-Jab and just not touch Pharaoh, I guess. But this team already struggles with Pharaoh. No, we can't do it. We're just going to have to play well against Wellspring. Most of the team is good against Wellspring. I think it's okay here. Quaxley for the Aqua Jet user. That's the... This is probably my least favorite team on ladder. This team is super irritating. It's a pressure spam, super gimmicky, ultra annoying. Yeah, I hate it so much. So we're going to lead Coco. Yeah. But it's not bad. It's actually, it's not good, but it's a decent team. Do you actually need treads? I think this team is also really just pretty effective against, like, it's a huge matchup, Fish, really, but you know, that's evidently what Natdex is at this point, so we'll play the game. Do you actually need treads? Yes. Removal. We've been getting farmed by hazards all night. We do need treads. Okay, we're going to taunt right off the bat. Okay, good. Stop the Dragon Dance nonsense. We're going to go into Pelipper, and we're going to U-turn. Okay. All right, they want to play this game. They want to play this game. That's fine. I think Archaludon is the move. I think Archaludon's the move. There's no way it's Volt Absorb Pawmot. Actually, it could be. I think we go Archaludon here, though. It's a Volt Absorb Pawmot. Let's see, and it's on. Yep. How did I? All right. We're gonna go Coco here, and we're going to U-turn into Archaludon here. Because I think you're going to click Icicle Spear this time. You didn't click Icicle Spear. That's fine. We're going to Electro Shot again. And now we're going to Dragon Pulse. Okay, the Curum's dead. It'll be back, of course. You know, nothing you can do about that. And now we're going to get Dittoed. I'm going to go Coco, hoping they click Dragon Pulse, I guess. Yeah. Okay, they body pressed. I was really hoping they wouldn't, but now we probably lose. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Cheese. Yeah, there's not much we can do here. Yeah, no, that's really... Because, see, if they'd body pressed our Archaludon, we lived that, and we killed them, and then they probably would have lost, but we missed the read, so now we're going to get absolutely frickin' destroyed. Okay, how much can this do? Has a chance to kill. Earth Power guarantee kills. I think we sack Treads and we go in Dark Pulse. That seems like the move. Oh, I forgot it's super fast. GG. That's really irritating. I hate that team so much. It's just like, I feel like you kind of win or lose on preview against that. I'm trying to think if there's any like way I could have... No, I probably could have outplayed it, to be honest. I'm probably being too defeatist. Surely, maybe just like... But the Curum is so tough is the problem. The Curum is, that's the issue, is the Curum. It's just so difficult to work around. Let's lead Scuda here for the likely Diancie lead. And we can flip turn on it. Yeah, I forgot about the scarf there. I'm just way too tired today. Okay, we let a CC rip. Olo's going to come in. I'm going to CC again as it flip turns out. That looks to me like an Assault Vest Olo. That took way too much. So that's good. And now we can pretty much click water moves against the team. That's very nice. We're going to go Pelly here for sure. Pretty easy. Okay, they're going to go Curem. I'm inclined to go hard Archaludon on this just to make sure we don't have to deal with any BS. Okay, we're going to Flash Cannon here. There's the other water resist down. Works for me. And let's just Liquidation. Okay, not quite killing still. Oh, never mind. That was leftovers, Kartana. So I don't know what this is, but we should kill here. Let's go for it. Cool, we get it. Fortunate defense drop, obviously. It was good luck. We're going to Liquidation again here. Okay, it does have Wish. Let's go Coco. Okay, it's just going to Protect. We can U-turn here. Gliscor comes in. We catch that. Very nice. We can go Coco again and just rinse and repeat. Okay, Protect there is wild. Didn't really get them anything I could have switched, but it is what it is. This is interesting. This seems like good time to go Treads. Hazards look fantastic here, so let's just get those up. Okay, let's go into this. I'm a bit concerned because of the Spadef investment that it's going to Mirror Coat me here, but let's do it anyway. I'm out of patience. Okay, we didn't get Mirror Coated. Honestly, that's pretty good. Okay, it did get the Protect off there. Someone wants to battle. I should block challenges and PMs. And I will reject that. Okay, they changed their name. Okay, we got the speed boost. They probably forgot about that, so we're going to get the kill. Very nice. All right, they just definitely want to Protect here. We can go into Coco. Oh, they're going to Wish. Okay, but we get the slow U-turn here, which is very nice. Okay, they're just going to do that. Fine. Go for the Thunder here. Yeah, we'll threaten the Thunder. Oh, they're just going to let us Thunder the Mola. Beautiful. Okay, Mola super chipped. Always nice to see that. What do we do here? Go Pelly. Okay, Defog, that's fine. We don't really need hazards at this point. We could have hard switched there. I'm not inclined to take any risks though that we don't need to take. Let's do the Hurricane thing. Chance to get paralyzed. Okay, they don't get paralyzed. Probably we just damage the Diancie here is the thing. Let's go Scuda. Diancie surely comes in here. Yep, here's the Mola. Let's go into this. Let's HP Ice this time. Okay, we got. Good on our opponent there. This, I think you die to a Z Thunder. Let's go for the big one. Yeah, definitely if you Mega, you absolutely die. So, okay, Diancie down, that's good. Pelly, as always. Alright, we're going to lose a Pokemon here. I think it's Jugulis. I don't see us breaking with that, realistically, at this point. Let's Liquidation. We can fish for some defense drops. All those poison, plenty of turns of rain. Seems like a good time. I mean, paralyzed is what I meant, not poisoned. But you know what I mean. Okay, that's good. Gliscor's going to Protect here, but we should be getting a kill here. Probably a Curem sack, I'm thinking. No, going Olo. Okay. I guess it makes sense to go Olo first. Although they're risking a lot on these Protects. They sack Olo. That was not a good play. Guys, do not do what Sutuni just did. They sacked their win condition. So now we can win with Scuda guaranteed. We can load up another one just because we're going to wrap this game up pretty soon. Okay. Yeah, pressure. You're going to have to get a lot of Protects to get through this. Got the GG ready. There we go. Okay. All right, here we go. Small soup. Barraskewda looks like it can win on preview. We do outspeed Lucha and Rain, so that's the plan. Pretty simple here. Okay, Lucha lead. I'm just going to U-turn. Okay, Petrarent comes in. Fine. Jugulis looks super great here. We can just Dark Pulse. Okay, down goes the Petrarent, and yeah, this is one of those totally unwinnable matchups for my opponent. I mean, maybe I'm going to get farmed, and I shouldn't be talking, but it seems like I don't think my opponent could win this. I think I can just... I'll flip turn here, sure. Okay, down goes the Treads. What do we want to go into here? Go into Coco, I guess. Yeah, this is such a bad matchup for my opponent. Okay, it's speed boosting, so that does give you something, but I can absolutely just go into Jugulis here. On the side blade too is brutal. We can just Hurricane. Yeah, this is rough. I can Hurricane. Yeah. We live those. Well, let's go for the 6-0. Yeah, this matchup was so bad for my opponent. Oh my god. That was... yeah. That was not even really a game, was it? Sometimes you just have one of those games where you're like, yeah, is this started over, you know? Okay. Interesting game then. This one though. This one. I want Rain. Diancie lead's a bit awkward. I think I want to start with Coco here because we can threaten the Diancie with Electrium Nuke turn 1. Oh, it's Trishula. I actually do not know this team. I do not know this team, but let's see. Okay, it survived. Fair enough. Can't really complain about that. I'm going to U-turn. Okay, unfortunately, it did stay in. I think Jugulis, because sure... Oh, it Moonblessed it. Okay, didn't think it would do that. Well, what are you going to do? Sometimes you get farmed. Let's EP. Jugulis was a pretty bad loss. It would have been really good this game, but... yeah, maybe I shouldn't have done that. I don't know. I don't have it in me to think too hard right now. Okay. Let's rapid spin. Wish we had P-Jab right about now, but oh well. What are you going to do? Let's U-turn into Pelly and then try to finish this off with Skuta. Okay, missed the Leaf Storm. But we do still die here, so we actually were hoping it hit because we had more turns of Rain. We could go Arch here, but then we don't actually kill. This does give us the option of sacking Treads, though. I do think we take it. Now we CC and hope we kill. That's definitely the play. We do get the kill. There is hope in the world again. We go Pelly absolutely here in U-turn. We are not messing around. And it's sub-Volk. It would be sub-Volk. Yeah. All right. That's probably the end. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, we have Aqua Jet, which will kill, but we have to go for that here. Okay, we do get the kill. I don't think we can win. I think we're probably just going to get farmed by Treads, but there's maybe a angle here. I'm going to go hard Coco. And how much is Thunder doing? Thunder has a chance to kill. We definitely take that. We miss. Let's go for it again. Okay, then we get Bloom Doomed. I don't know what that Sacred Sword was. I have no idea what Trishula was cooking there. We're going to Aqua Jet here for sure. We do get the kill. The Wellspring comes in as it would. Probably going to be Superpower, so I imagine we're cooked. But we can Dragon Pulse in case it's not. Actually, no, +1 body press won't do more. So, okay, we may have a huge throw on our hands coming in from Trishula. Oh, it's proto speed. Never mind, we lose. Yeah, Aqua Jet critical hit has a chance, so we can do that, but yeah. Well, that was irritating. I shouldn't have sacked Jugulis. Jugulis kind of went on preview there, but I just, yeah. But yeah, sub-Volcarona, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, sacking Jugulis was a bad play, but there wasn't really a good situation there. I wasn't ready for the super fat Mega Diancie. And then from there, we just... And then them staying in with the Diancie was weird too, but I don't know. Maybe I'm predicting too much. Just that point of the day. I'm out of... I started this... you could probably tell. I started this stream totally out of juice. But, you know... It is what it is. Maybe we can do a separate stream for Jugulis where we try to make that work. But anyway, let's focus on what we have in front of us now. Coco. Treads. It looks like Barraskewda can kind of just flip turn around here. We got E-Terrain established by their Coco, which is good. Juicepar, thank you for the $5 donation. Really appreciate it. Saying HF Pinka. Thank you. Also, fun fact. I forgot. Never mind. I had something. Yeah, Manny, I was pretty sure the super fat Diancie was going to click Endeavor, which is why I went into Jugulis. But yeah, in retrospect, not a good idea. Because Jugulis did just smoke the whole team. Trishula, you know how many people send me teams? Like, I literally get like 100 teams a week. The fact that you once sent me that team does not help me remember it in the slightest. I get way too many teams. All right, we can just Hurricane here. Down it goes. Nothing really wants to deal with this. This Jugulis Rain is impressing me. Like, not the team as a whole, but the Jugulis itself has been really impressive. Okay, that's not good. Because this thing carries... These things have discharge. We're going to go into treads on this. And we're going to... Let's Earth Power, yeah. If they go into A-Trot here, I'm going to hit it with a big Thunder, and it's going to be so upset. Okay, Latios... Oh, that didn't... Okay. It's weird. I'm going to rock up here. Well, no. Let's go Coco in case of the, like, Aura Sphere or something, and I want to get Electric... Well... Yeah, I think we do go Coco here. Okay, Aura Sphere, right. That's good. We can U-turn here into the Jugulis. I don't believe a Draco Meteor will kill it. 31% chance, not too high. Okay, we didn't get red. Beautiful. And I believe Hurricane does kill. Yep, so we don't need to predict. And that Coco U-turn damage confirms this is not defensive. So that's great. Well, but then... No, let's Hurricane here. I was going to say we're going to run out of rain next turn, but I still think we Hurricane. Even if we switch out, like, immediately. Okay, Coco comes in. I'll risk it, sure. Actually, no. Why would I? Let's bring in treads. Okay, we can get up rocks here, which is nice. Coco, that's really unfortunate. Bad luck there. Let's Earth Power here. Oh, I thought I forgot I wasn't faster anymore. Rip. That did a lot. We can Earth Power. Actually, I'm going to make a bit of a gamer move and rapid spin here. Yep, that's why. Yeah. So here's why I rapid spun there. I said, if this has got to be Scarf. With how much it took, this guy's it made too much sense for it to be Scarf. And if it wasn't Scarf, it would probably switch into Latios there. But I'm thinking if it does stay in, it's clicking Ceaseless Edge. So, gamed. And if it stays in and clicks a water move, then I can go into Pelly and I die anyway, so it doesn't matter what I click. So yeah, okay. I can still game just a little bit. I got just a little bit of gaming left in me. Do I want to go Coco? Yeah, that's fine. We can go Coco here. Well, Coco will die to a Luster Purge, though, won't it? Am I okay with that? Yeah, I'm okay with that. And it didn't even do it. Beautiful. We're going to U-turn here into the Jugulis again. And we're just going to Dark Pulse. Okay, down goes the Latios. That's good. It's looking like this can be a Barascu to clean up. Coco dies to rocks, right? Let's just go Pelly here. I don't want to check. It's too much work. We can sack Treads here. Actually, Tread's not gonna look. Tread's kind of looking not too bad with those Earth powers. Maybe we don't sack Treads. What's the sack then? Go Archaludon. That doesn't actually look that good here. Okay, that's good. I just don't. I liked keeping Treads around because it wouldn't give the thing much from Drain Punch. Trishula, thank you for the $10. Appreciate it. Your fault for not immediately rushing to my team's splendor. I don't know what you mean, but I do appreciate the donation. That's very generous. Okay, yeah, now we can just Dragon Pulse. This was a rough matchup for our opponent. Oh, wow. Yeah, that just killed. All right, we can go for one more. GG. Okay. All right, HF. Looks like a Scuda game unless some things go horribly wrong. What do we want to start with, though? I feel like I like Pelly and just Scalding. We very badly want rocks this game, but our opponent is not going to let us get them easily. Of this, I am certain. Okay. Someone said I could have 6-0'd. Yeah, but I didn't need to go for a 6-0, you know? Like, a win is a win. You guys have seen this. I often sack a ton of Pokemon in the end game to guarantee a super safe win. Okay, Leaf Green thinking hard about this, which is very unusual for a guy using Porygon, Hisuian Zoroark, and Poltegeist. This is really bizarre behavior. wonder if that's a Zard Y. Surely not, right? It's got to be a Zard X. Our Taunt Coco is going to be a major resource to us here. Okay, interesting. I'm going to U-turn. I'm suspicious this may be a Zoroark, but we don't die in anything. Okay, went for a Will-O-Wisp. And it is a Zoroark. I don't know what exactly burning a Pelipper was doing for you. Feel like not a whole lot. But okay, let's go Scuda. And let's flip turn. Okay, well, down goes one. That's good. I think I like the Coco here. Oh, and they changed their name. Okay, GG. We take that. All right, let's, you know what? We're at 8-10. Let's try to even the score. I'm going to go for 2 more, assuming we win the first one. If we lose a game, we're done. This looks not great. This looks not great. Dark Pulse looks pretty good with Jugulis, I suppose. But a lot of our team, it so depends on like what dies first. It changes this game drastically. I do think Peli lead is still what we want to go with. I'm inclined to go Coco here just because I think it's so likely that a dragon move comes out for the treads, and I don't want to pop my eject button just yet if I don't have to. Okay, all right, well that could have gone better to be honest. But okay, let's U-turn and now let's go into the treads. Okay. How much do we want rocks? I wish we had EQ in this scenario, is the thing. Because a Z will just wipe us off the face of the earth. I'm actually going to say we go back into Coco. Yep. Oh, beautiful. We got him. We caught the devastating Drake coming out. That felt good. Whew. I feel like a champion after that one, guys, to be honest. That felt fantastic. Okay. I think Scuda is going to have to risk it against the Zapdos at some point. So I think we just go in and click Liquidation and see what happens. If it's an offensive Zapdos, it'll die in 1. If it's a defensive Zapdos, it'll die in 2. But I think we're gonna have to do this at some point. Might as well be now. Okay, they're gonna go into Bolt instead. I'm just gonna go Treads here. I'm okay with that, and we're gonna click Rocks this time. Absolutely. Interesting Zapdos. Probably just wanting to defog, I would guess. We can go Coco on this. Okay, interesting. That Hurricane damage indicates a normal set. I kind of like throwing off the Z. Let's just do that. If we kill this thing here, we are like really looking good with Scuda. We do not quite get the kill, but we do get this thing very low, which is good. I do think I want to HP Ice here. Okay, Heatran comes in. That's fair. I get the sense this might be Flame Body, so I'm going to switch Pelipper instead of U-turning. I'm going to U-turn here. I do not want to... Okay, wow. That's something. But all right. Magma Storm will not do it to us here, so I want a Rapid Spin. We unfortunately get Staticked. That's not good. The static there is pretty bad because we might not be able to remove in the future. So the static is actually... That's really bad. I was hoping that would not happen, obviously. But it did. And now we must handle that. So be it. I'm thinking we go Coco. First, ID come off. Okay, that's not great. Body Press does not kill here, though. So I think we can Thunder to kind of push it to not sub. And then I think we sack the Treads. Or do we stay in and just go Jugulis after? Problem, my concern is if it has sub here, I think it's going for it. How much does Jugulis take from Body Press? It likely dies. I think the sub is too likely. Okay, unfortunately, you know, it ended up being for naught, but it's fine. I think we can now probably... that Treads getting static was just so bad, man. That was so bad. Because now we're at such a scary spot against that Heatran. We absolutely Hurricane here. Getting this chipped is a very high priority. Okay, that's good. We're going to click that again for sure. Bullet punching, we do get the kill. Good. Someone's saying I should switch Barrascuda for Goldeen. You know, that's a great idea, but gosh darn it, I just don't think I will, you know? Okay. Here. Name of the game here is don't lose to the Zamazenta. That's what we do. We don't lose to the Zamazenta. I'm trying to think what the safest sack is here. I could go Scuda. I kind of like that, because nothing Heatran has is actually going to kill a Scuda. That did a lot. That did a lot. Okay, but that's fine. Archaludon kills Zama, right? Okay, I think I see the vision here. So we're just going to Liquidation here. Oh, they sacked... Oh! They, okay. They sacked the threat. I'm happy with that outcome. I guess we win. That was easy. Super weird that they did that. Couldn't tell you why. Let's EP. We're gonna get ejected out, which kind of sucks, but it's fine. Like, we win this anyway. Actually, that was a bad play on my part, but I should have kept Treads alive in case it's like super fast. But no, Archaludon actually outspeeds Bolt guaranteed, so we're fine to win here with Earth Power. We get the guaranteed win. Yeah, EP. Yeah, we guaranteed outspeed this. So we can just Dragon Pulse, and that is, yeah, that's GG. Okay. If we get a win, we tie it up. But if we lose, I'm not going anymore. We're just going to call it. Okay, Wellspring, so that's not great, but Archaludon looks pretty good, and I really like the look of Jugulis here. I think we do want to lead Pelipper. Yeah, yeah, I think we want to lead Pelipper. Well, but then there's a very good shot. It's just a Glow King lead, isn't it? So maybe we lead. Let's lead Coco instead. We could just Z this thing. Wouldn't do that much, though. So let me U-turn instead into Treads. Future Sight. Okay. Moltres. I really want to Thunder this thing. I think I'm going to do it. Oh, look at that. And we get Mystical fired out. So, cool. We can go into this, and we can just click Dark Pulse here, right? Looks good. Okay, Molt down, that's kind of nice. Obviously, the Ival is going to get the speed boost, which is pretty scary. Probably we do just sack the Treads, as much as I'd like to have it around for their Coco. I think that has to be the sack there. Nothing else makes any sense. We can go Scuda here. And I'm inclined to CC. Okay, they got us. That's not, and it's boots, so that's bad news as well. I'm gonna go hard Jugulis here. Okay, that's not good. Yeah, the Wellspring Glow King core is not what you want to see. The Ival 2 is also not what you want to see. A lot of this team, not what you want to see. We got to go Pelly on the Moonblast, and then we have to sack something. And God, I don't know what that is because this looks so hard. Yeah, no, this is not good. God, what do we do? I do not know. I guess we could try. Okay, I think I have a plan. I think we gotta sack Scuda, go Archaludon, bait them into attacking us, hope they do it. And then as they like CC here, oh, we die to that. For some reason I thought we lived to CC. Couldn't tell you why, but okay, all right, okay, actually we may be going places. I don't think you ever risk this thing dying here. Oh, it won't die actually, so they're fine. Yeah, but okay, that getting weakened is good. I guess it's probably doesn't have CC then on the get. We have to body press here because Coco is our like one of our only win conditions at this point. Sad as it is to say that, because it's not much of one, but we absolutely need to body press here. That does so little too. Oh my, that does so little. And our Pelipper just died. Okay, and we do live though. They're gonna rapid spin. That's bad. Yeah. I think we lose now. Yep. That's. I mean, that should be game, right? What's our? Can our Coco live this? Chance. We can maybe. Yeah. Chances are what we got. And we didn't get the chance. If we lived that, we actually could have won potentially with. Well, no, probably not. If we won a tie against their Coco as well. All right, so there we go. We're not going to continue anymore, but thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. I won't say I had an amazing time. I was honestly, it's been a rough day, but this stream was definitely a nicer part of the day. Obviously, it didn't go exactly how I hoped, and I don't think I'll be trying Archaludon again. I honestly was not that happy with it. I feel like it was like Archaludon's just been great in a lot of previous streams, and I feel like it was a fluke because today we just faced nothing but strong special attackers, and like ground type switched into it easily, and it just did not perform. Like Archaludon today was not good, honestly. On any team we had, Archaludon was never that good. It wasn't like terrible. But I feel like if this was, say, like a Mega Scizor, this team instantly gets better. I did not find Archaludon impressive, really, in the slightest. So yeah, I think we'll do a Jugulis stream, but not this. But anyway, guys, thank you, and let's try to end this on time. We'll end this in 3,